Hello everyone. This is the demo I'm going to show of my app which I have used Google Maps API to develop. So this particular is a driver's app. This is a travel agency where a user will be booking a taxi and a driver will be responding according to it, and the agency owner can view all the taxis. So let's get started. In this first app, the driver is going to log in. Uh, See, this is the driver's location, and in this second app, we'll be booking a taxi. So the location of the driver will be updating every second. So we'll check in the second app. So this is the taxi available around us, and this is we'll check our location. This is the our location, and so this is our location, and this is the taxi. So let's book the taxi. Just click on the icon and confirm your order. So here I am placing my order. Next, you can see in the taxi app also the user has been updated. And now when I click the user here in the first tab, you can see the Abdesh Pratap Singh. And here in the second one, it is showing the live updates where the taxi is available after ordering. So in this first tab, I'm going to change my location using fake location ID. So let's see. Now I'm going to place a little bit nearer. Uh, Hope I here. I'll place it here. The location is being updated in both the apps. You can check. We are just updating it in the databases. You can see this is database where we are updating the driver's location on every 1 second. So next, uh, yes. So this is the driver's location, and if he wants to go to the direction, want to find the user's direction, just he can click here, and he'll get the direction. Here back you can see backside the database has been updating after every 1 second such that the user can get the live response. See, I'll show you how the driver can track. So this is simple. In the driver application, just
head west to Vijayanagar Ring Road, Madhipatnam Ring Road.
See, and this is in the user app, and he can just come out of it, or else if you want. This is the and next we will be changing the location again using fake location ID. I'll just place it here somewhere near around King's Palace, and then just click this mark. And you can see in the second app, it will be updated. Now the location has been changed, and in the second app, it will be updating. See here, the location of the driver is here now. So this is the live location updates, which you can in the database backside. You can see every time the location is being updated. So this is our app and the user. Next one more time I'll change the location, this fake location, and take it a little bit nearer to the user, and here I'll just place it, and you can see here the location has been changed in both the apps. So this is backside real-time databases are connected such that user can get the live updates of the driver. So this is the driver's application, and this is the user's application. He can track, and just he can click it, and he can tell him the direction where to come, where not to. So again, here in the second app, you can see the user. No other things are clickable, only except user and this car driver. And the database, you can see backside the data are updating. You can see the locations are updating. Just when I'm changing the fake location, the location is being updated in both the apps. This is how big apps like Swiggy, Zomato, and Uber work using basic Google Maps API, and this is available free to use. Hello everyone, in this video we're going to discuss how to use Google Maps API in the Android app, and let's get started. Create a new activity, go to the activities folder, Go to the Google folder. Under Google folder, you will be finding Maps activity. Click on Maps activity. After clicking on Maps activity, you can find a pop-up box where you need to give your map activity name, and then just click on finish. You can see the Gradle will be syncing. Let's wait up to that. Activities will be created, and next we will be connecting the Google Maps API with the Android app by getting by generating a project name in the Google Developer Console and getting the API key and pasting in the Android Studio. So let's wait. Up to that, our project activity is building. Activity has been built. You can get two activities, maps activity.java, and you will get an XML file like Google Maps API.xml file. Go to that Google Maps API folder and click on that, copy that link and paste it. Open your Google tab, and just paste there, and you will be directed to the Google API console. Let's wait. We'll be creating a project here. Now you can see create a project is given there. Just click it on create a project. If you want, you can select or else you can create a new project. Click on continue. The project will be creating. You can see enabling API. Next, create a API key. Click on create a API key. Here you can see your project has been built successfully, and you can see API key 1, created date and restrictions key. Just copy that key. You can see that, and copy. Just click on that. The link will be copied. Copy that link and go to the Android Studio. There under XML folder, paste your key here. Option paste your key there. Once you have pasted the key, go to the Maps activity. Under Maps activity, you can see the Sydney longitude and latitude locations are default for Sydney because Google Map was created in Sydney. So we have to change the longitude and latitude location to get our own location. So just remove that commented section and go to the Google Maps, and we'll find our location and of latitude and longitude there. Go to the Google Maps. So here I'll just find the latitude and longitude of Mehdipatnam. Just click on Mehdipatnam, right click, and you can see what's here option. What's here, click on what's here. There you will get at the bottom two numbers. First one is a latitude and second one is a longitude. Click on those numbers, you will get the latitude and longitude location. Yes, you can see there you got latitude and longitude location. Next, copy the latitude location and paste it in the Android Studio. Lat long, first one you paste it, latitude location. Next, copy the longitude and paste it in the second section of on map create and second session. So this will point the marker in your selected location. That means wherever you have provided your latitude and longitude location. Next, the name is Sydney, so we'll change it to Mehdipatnam, and similarly Sydney, you can change it to Mehdipatnam everywhere. For zooming, we are taking the location name and we are specifying 10f zoom. Zoom is a floating point number, so we'll be specifying 10f, and let's run the application. Here is a working mode of our app. and we can see the marker is pointing in the Hyderabad. If you just zoom, so, and click on the marker, you can see marker is in Mehdipatnam. You can further zoom it because we have specified 10F as a zoom floating point value. So after demo, I've made some changes after connecting Google Maps API. I've made one welcome active in this welcome.java activity. I've designed some XML code. Here is a preview of the XML. You can make your own changes according to the app which you are making. So this is what something it looks like. And the main activity using Google Location API. Here I've just placed the Location API. You can see here Location API. Using Location API, I'm getting user's location. Next, you can get the documentation in the official website of Android development. Here under user location, you can find out request location permission, get last known location. So basically, when in this app, when the user is going to book, the user is going to book for the first time, then I'm getting the user's last known location by using this documentation provided by Google Developer Console official. Next, for driver purpose, I am requesting location updates. So this location updates provides you location with latitude, longitude, location updates. You can go through this documentation and make the changes required. So here is my code. I've used 3 activities. This is main activity, and this is where driver and all will sign in. And then I've connected real-time database. Just you can see here, this is the real-time database. Here I'm getting latitude, longitude, location of driver, which will be updating every time, and user location in the form of latitude and longitude, and user ID, username. And that I'm using to connect both user and driver. The user can see the live location updates of the driver because the location updates are sent to database. I'll show you here. I'm getting the location updates, and that location updates I'm sending it to real-time database. I'll just see here. This is a request location update code, and when request location update is there, it goes to the callback. Here in the callback, here you will get location variable. That location variable I am storing in the database every second. So that is driver's location update, live location we are sending through database. And similarly, for user, I am getting just whenever users is confirming the booking, I'm just placing this data in the database such that I can connect driver and the user. And at last, we are going to show the live location of the driver and user in the map. That's it. You can make your changes, and